I pledge to stay drug free.
I plan to stay drug free.
I pledge to stay drug free.
I pledge to be drug free.
I pledge to stay drug free.
And good afternoon. Welcome to Expose Under the Sun, sponsored by the Detroit Native Sun newspaper. I'm your host, Darwin Griffin, and this show is live. And if you would like to call in on our show, you can call in at area code 313-868-0342, 313-868-0351, or 313-868-4336. Our website is www.tv33whpr.com. And you're watching us from the awesome cities of Highland Park, Michigan, under the auspices of the Honorable Hubert Yap, the mayor, and also under the great city of Detroit, Michigan, and the auspices of the Honorable Mayor Michael Duggan. And today I have the pleasure of having two people that, as I always say about my guests, who probably don't need any introduction. You probably will see them and you're probably, oh, I know her too. So my two guests today are going to be talking about a awesome event that they have coming up this coming Sunday, October the 18th. And I'll never forget that day because that's my mother's birthday, October the 18th. So they're having their 23rd annual virtual Freedom fundraiser that's going to be they're going to have about, looks like what? About 7 honorees that they have different categories for the awards that they're going to give. And then also they're going to have a fireside chat with a young lady, and you'll recognize her from the talk show called The Real that comes on daily here in the Detroit area at 1 o'clock, and her name is Lonnie Love. But right now we have our own celebrities here in the house right now. We've got, everybody knows her as the whole city of River Rouge knows her, and she is Miss Vicki Dobbins. Say hello to our camera, Vicki.
Well, good afternoon, Darwin. Thank you so very much. You know, I'm always so excited when I come on your show.
And we are always excited to have you on the show.
Thank
too.
you. I appreciate it.
She is one of the school board members in the awesome city of River Rouge, Michigan. And we also have the fantastic, the fabulous Ms. Gina Stewart, and she is the president of the Western Wayne County NAACP. Gina, I think this is the first time I've had you on the show, correct?
Yes.
It is a pleasure to have you on the show with us today as well.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Now, Gina, let me get started and ask in terms of let's talk about the dinner that you've got coming up. Talk to us a little bit about, because with the COVID now, with the virus, and now you're going to have to do something different because you had this same event last year, correct?
That's correct.
And talk about what is something different that you've had to do this year compared to what you did last year.
Okay, no problem. So every year in the month of October, we have our Freedom Fund event. And last year it was fabulous, as usual. We had it in Allen Park, and it was a Freedom Fund dinner where we recognized about 5 different people from the community. However, as we started to plan for this year to have another great event, COVID hit. And in March, we had to change our plans and go virtual. We want to make sure everyone is safe, so we couldn't have anybody in one location. So now it will be online on Zoom. So we have the way that you can get involved is get a ticket, and then you'll get a registration and you will be able to watch the whole program online. We're going to have interactive, so you'll actually be able to see the people who are there. We have a virtual photo booth, so you get on between 4:30 and 5, take your picture, and then we'll look at the gallery later. And then we'll have an interactive trivia during the event where you learn the history of the branch. And then we'll recognize our honorees, which is what we do every year and the reason for us having the event.
Now, what are some of the honorees titles in terms of, say, I know you got a Trailblazer Award. What are some of the other awards that you're going to be giving to some of the individuals that are going to be receiving awards?
So we have a Lifetime Achievement Award that will be given to Rory Gamble from the UAW. And the Freedom and Justice Award will be for Chief Riley from the Inkster Police Department. Our Community Partners Award will be given to the Westland Police Department. They've been working really well with us.
You can tell she's the president of the chapter because she's got these awards memorized. You
Yes,
see,
that's-
you hear
that's
Vicki
right.
just like
That's
that.
right.
It's
That's
like
right.
she just knows all those awards. So, you know, the
That's
president
right.
be asking these
she
questions.
set it up.
Oh, yeah, so that's why she's the president, right?
That's why
That's
she's
right.
the president.
Go ahead, President. Go ahead, Madam President.
Well, we meet regularly to make sure it's a great event. We
Okay.
don't want you guys to participate and then say, what are they doing? So we are all on board and we're ready.
Okay.
It's only less than a week away, so we're ready. So let's see, the other award is Natalie Kalis. She's getting a Great Expectation. She's a millennial, so we always recognize one of them. And then we have Wasim Mufaz. He is our trailblazer, doing some great things in the city of Dearborn, and we wanted to make sure that everybody knows about him. And I think lastly, we have Isaac Robinson, posthumously, as our Elected Official Service Award. So those are the 7 awards. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Oh no, I did. Coach Corey Parker from the city of River Rouge. He was River Rouge Panthers. They won state championship last year, and he's getting a leadership award because he's worked with the men in the school district, changing them into boys in the school district, changing them into leaders. So he's been doing that for 10 years, and everybody knows him and loves him, and he's been a father to many other the boys and the girls in the community.
Well, I know our school board member right here. She every time she comes on the show, she always shows this ring that she has.
That's right.
Now, how did you get a ring, Miss Dobbins?
Well, because of the awesome work from Mr. Corey Parker, our students won the state championship football award last year. And all the young men and the administrators were able to acquire a ring. I also like to say, just to piggyback on what Gina said, is that I hope everyone will go to the website riverrougehighschool.com and look at the profile of the gentleman that we are creating in River Rouge. They have on burgundy jackets, black ties, white shirts, and black pants. Okay, I want you to look at that and look at what we used to have, sagging pants. Okay, these guys are so proud of their attire right now. So if you're out there, you're looking, please go to the website and look at those young men and just look how proud they are that they won state championship. Also, that they have stepped up their game when it comes down to how we're going to dress in River Rouge right now.
Well, I guess if River Rouge needs the good PR person to
Yeah,
kind
I
of wear
know.
another hat, they might look at Vicki Dobbins.
They, you know what? I do a very good job every time I
It's
come on your
obvious
show.
the way the way you've been promoting them today.
Absolutely, and yes,
Okay. Well, now, Gina, the dinner. Now, this is a fundraiser. Talk about some of the things that that you do during the course of the year with Western Wayne County NAACP. And let me ask this question first. Western Wayne County, when you say Western Wayne County, what cities does that cover?
Okay, so that's a two-part question, because the first thing you said, our dinner, and so our Freedom Fund dinner is a dinner without the dinner.
Okay.
because we won't be eating, so we call it our Virtual Freedom Fund event. So just so you know that. And as far as our Western Wayne County branch, we're different because we don't just handle one city. We have 24 cities that's in our region.
24?
Right. So we start on the southwest side once you cross over Detroit, going towards River Rouge.
Yeah.
From River Rouge over to Redford, up to Northville, down to Sumter, and all the cities in between. So that's our area that we cover. And I guess the other part of your question is, what do we do?
Yeah. So during the course of the year, now I know this money for your event is going to be going towards worthwhile causes that you have sponsored and co-sponsored during the course of the year. What are some of the things that you do during the course of the year through Western Wayne County NAACP?
So one of the main reasons for having a Freedom Fund event is to raise money for a scholarship. So this year we gave out 4 different scholarships, 2 for $1,000 and 2 for $500, which is an increase from what we did last year because we had such a great fundraiser last year. So we was able to double the scholarships that we gave out. Right now we're in the midst of our financial series. We do believe that we have to, as a people, work on building our wealth. Not just money, we have to have wealth. And so every month we have a financial series where we're working on credit, building your credit, investing, savings, things that people take for granted, or they say, well, nobody ever taught me that. But we make it intentional that we're saving money and building our wealth. And the last one we'll do is on insurance. Because a lot of people, they pass the hat when someone dies because they haven't invested into themselves to make sure they don't leave a burden on their family. So we're going to talk about that for our November fair. And we have different people who come in. Now is all virtual, of course. And we partner with the Zeta Phi Beta organization last year. And this year we did it basically by ourselves.
Okay. So now, how is NAACP getting active as far as, say, in their recruitment process for new members?
So we're always recruiting for new members, but Vicki can tell you a little bit more about that.
So right now we are taking applications for membership, and we do that year-round. There's no special time, but year-round you can always get an application. The fee is $30 per person, and with that fee you will receive a pen and also the Crisis magazine. If you have young people, and we encourage young people to be members of the NAACP because they need to be members. And the fee for them is $15 and $15. So right now, I just like to say that membership for NAACP continues, and we will always take your application.
Now, Gina, tell what are some of the things, the activities that the young people that may join at this $15 fee, what are some of the young people events or activities that they can get involved in?
So for our Black History Month, which will be coming up in February, we have a trivia competition where it's like Jeopardy. And we do it, actually we have the churches partner with us, and they have competitions by the different churches. And the winner last year was New Jerusalem Baptist Church out of Inkster.
Okay.
They had, you get a lot of points, depending on the harder the question is, the more points you get. So you can answer them easy questions, might be a Rosa Parks answer, and you might get 5 points. But if you answer something that's more in-depth, you might get 20 points. So it all depends on your strategy and how you going to end, either with a lot of points or just go for that big trivia at the end. So that's one of the events that we had. And then we also encourage them to get involved with our phone banking. Our youth know how to phone bank, so they call people. We have a different time period so they can come in and participate. So one thing we realized that was 1963 when they had the youth and when they were leaving the churches to get hosed by the water hoses and bit by the dogs, that was all youth generated. And we always show that video so that they can understand that they have a role to play in the civil rights mission. A lot of people don't realize that a lot of these things were done with the youth involvement. And so if they don't know, they're not learning it at home. So we make sure that we show them that they have a voice, and they have a voice even as young as 12 years old.
Okay. Now, Vicki, you are the secretary for the chapter?
Yes.
Okay. And primarily, if you had to do, since you're a good PR person now for River Rouge, do you put your PR hat on and put your PR hat on and tell our viewing audience why somebody should join the Western Wayne County NAACP branch?
Well, first of all, the Wayne Western NAACP, we do such good work. We have a meeting once a month. It was, we would gather, and you actually got a chance to meet other members. We also had so many politicians that would come in, pastors, people from all over the I want to say the country, but we'll say the state, from Flint, Pontiac, Saginaw. They would come to our meeting to actually maybe get endorsed, or just to see what we were doing and see how we run our chapter, because we have increased our membership over 100-fold since I've been there. And so we eat, we have very good food, and so there's a, you need to get out and get involved, is my point.
Okay.
We need to be involved in what's going on with African American history and issues.
Okay.
So instead of staying at home, I always tell my friends, come out to the NAACP, join our Zoom meeting, because it's very, very interesting and very enlightening. So, if you need more information, call me.
Or you can go to our website. Our website is westernwaynecountynaacp.com. Follow us on Facebook as well. Same address, Western Wayne County NAACP branch.
So now, Gina, if somebody wanted to acquire tickets, and I know the tickets are probably going fast, but if
Right.
somebody wanted to get tickets for your event on Sunday, what do they do?
All right. There's several ways you can get a ticket. You could mail your check in, but that might not make it in time. But you can go to PayPal and go to Western Wayne County NAACP and buy your ticket through PayPal, or you can go to Eventbrite, or you can call us at 734-506-6706. Is that right?
Say that again.
Wait, let
Say
me
it
get
again.
it, make sure I got it right. 734-506-0676. And you can talk to one of us, and we will make sure you get your ticket, and you can be registered for the event on Sunday. Ticket sales end Sunday morning. Our event is at 4:30 is when the photo booth starts, and we start promptly at 5:01.
Yeah, promptly at 5:01.
5:01 will give you 1 minute to get situated. We always start on time and end on time.
Now, and it's going to go up until what time? What time is it going to conclude?
6:30.
At 6:30?
So Lonnie Love will be part of our ending, where we'll have a fireside chat, and our MC is Darwin Griffin, which
I wonder who's
left,
that. Okay,
he
I'm
left
sorry.
that part out, but
Okay.
he is our MC for that evening, and he will conduct a fireside chat with actress Lonnie Love, who is from Detroit, and yes, and she was very
Willing?
active in NACP as well. So we're excited to have her as part of our program this year.
And I am very flattered and honored to be your host and your MC for the event as well too. But
you.
I do want to pretty much like show a flyer that pretty much like talks about the event itself, and at the same time too, can you tell in terms of, say, Gina, just basically now if somebody, they can come on and explain that there's going to be some trivia. So there's going to be trivia questions. And when you say the trivia, what kind of trivia questions might there be? Don't give any questions out, 'cause we
Right.
don't want to let anybody
Know
be able
the
to get the answers
answers,
beforehand.
right.
But just kind of give an example about the type of question about, now is this going to be about your branch or about NAACP in general, or what type of questions might it be?
So some of it is about our branch so that you can learn about what we do and who we are, but it will be National Association for the Advancement of Colored People questions. So you need to know history about NAACP. And it's only about 6 or 7 questions because we want to focus on trying to get people active. So you're going to sit for a while, you're going to listen, you're going to watch, you're going to see some things on screen, some live, some recorded, and then we're going to let you loosen up by doing the trivia questions because it's very interactive. And then we'll get back to the program and go into the fireside chat.
So just to kind of give somebody a heads up, you may ask a question like, who's the national president of NAACP?
That could be one of the
That
questions.
could be one of the
Could
questions.
be one of the
Because I see
questions.
Vicki's getting ready to write that down. Like you say, I'm going to write that one now. So I've got
Yes.
that question already answered. And so now, in comparison, now there's other chapters throughout the state. And I think it's probably no big secret to anybody that the Detroit chapter is probably one of the largest, in
It
the
is
entire
the largest in the
country.
culture.
But now, where does Western Wayne County, in terms of say, stand on that same, line when it comes down to? Because I know, as Vicki was saying, you've got the membership has increased, 100-fold. So roughly now, are you like the second largest chapter in the state, or where are you at?
Actually, I think we're fourth. So it's Detroit and Flint, Saginaw, and then I think it's us.
Well, I really give you credit. You've been doing a great job. Now, how long have you been the president of the chapter?
So this is my second term. So that's 4 years. And then I was nominated at our meeting on Monday for another 2-year term.
So it's every 2 years?
Every 2 years we have elections.
Okay, and I'm gonna let you do a shout out real quick. Who are some of your other? I know we got this young lady that's sitting in between us, is the secretary,
Right.
Miss Vicki Dobbins. Who are some of your other executive board members?
So our first vice president is Pastor Velma Overman. Second vice president is Pastor John Hearn. Vicki Dobbins, our secretary. Our assistant secretary is Ruby Richards. Our treasurer is Shirley Hankerson, and our assistant treasurer is Evelyn Clark.
Okay,
And that
okay.
rounds out our top executive committee.
Okay, and then let's give a shout out. So this committee that's putting this event together is headed by who?
Our Freedom Fund chairperson is Dakima Jackson. She's the chairperson, and then we have Marvin Franklin. He's one focusing on all our audiovisual. Ashante Bell Patterson, Shirley Hankerson, Lori Wilson, and Legina Washington. Legina, that is our Freedom Fund. Oh, and
Regina
Pastor
Washington.
Hearns.
She's one of the city council members in Inkster, correct?
She's a city council person.
Okay, see, I thought that might be one of the questions that could have been asked as far as say one of the trivia questions.
You're trying to
Okay,
cheat.
but now, okay, in the short period of time we've got left, give the contact information if somebody wants to get tickets for the event. Give that contact information again, please.
Okay, so you can go to PayPal, and it's paypal.me/NAACPWW, which is Western Wayne. Or you can call us at 734-506-0676. That's the phone number you can call us. And then we can tell you how to go to Eventbrite, and you can either buy a single ticket, a virtual table of 10, or any number of tickets that you want to purchase.
And what's the price again?
The price is only $20.20.
Only
$20.20. So we
and
did.
that's not hard to remember.
That's right. We
2020.
did a play on 2020, trying to be creative, and it's actually working pretty good. Ticket sales are going great, but we want to have everybody participate, and I think it's going to be a great evening. It's just from 4:30. Remember, 4:30 to 5 is the photo booth, the virtual photo booth, and then we'll do the photo booth again at the end so we can actually see who all was at the event.
And this event is going to take place again.
It is on this Saturday,
Sunday.
This Sunday,
Right, okay.
October 18th, from 4:30 to around 6:30.
From about 4:30 till about 6:30.
And it will be on Zoom. You can
Okay.
find us on our website, www.westernwaynecounty.nacp.com, or on our Facebook page.
And Now, the other quick question I want to ask you too is that now this is something that this is the second one that you've had, or how many have you had before previous to this one?
Freedom Fund
Correct.
events, 23.
So this is the 23rd one?
23rd one.
Wow.
Yes, but it's our first virtual one, and that's because of the COVID.
Okay. So your chapter has been in existence since, you say, so about 23 years, 24 years? This is
No, our chapter has been in existence since June 1947.
47.
Yes.
Wow. So I guess one of the other trivia questions might be who was the first president of the chapter then, right? Okay.
I'm not
I know.
telling
I'm
you
trying to
anymore.
help.
I'm
I'm trying to
not
help.
telling you.
So people, when they call in, when they go and they be part of this event, they're going to be like, oh, well, we'll thank Darwin because he gave us the question. that could've been
Right.
asked."
No.
I'll be looking up. But they may be doing their own history. So they
Yeah.
might start looking up to see who the first president was and knowing who, who the first female president was, or knowing who, all these different type of
Right,
questions.
and know who the current president is for our branch, and maybe the current president of the national.
And who's the current president of your branch?
That's Gina Wilson Stewart. That would be me.
And then who's the current secretary?
Mrs. Vicki Dobbins.
Vicki Dobbins. Okay.
Yes.
Well, then it's great to have the current president, and it's great to have the current secretary as my
Yes.
guest today.
Absolutely.
Again, the 23rd annual Virtual Freedom Fund fundraiser, Sunday, October 18th, from 4:30 to 6:30. Correct? And the tickets are $20.20. And make sure we've got 7 honorees. And Lonnie Love is going to be the keynote speaker. She's going to be doing a fireside chat with myself. And then also want to make sure that you understand too, Western Wayne County, NAACP.com. So that's the website that you can go on, or the email is naacpwwc@gmail.com. You've been watching Expose Under the Sun, sponsored by the Detroit Native Sun newspaper. And if you'd like to get a copy of the Detroit Native Sun News, you can contact Ms. Valerie Lockhart at area code 313-457-5944. And you can pick up a copy of the Detroit Native Sun newspaper at your local Kroger supermarkets. Again, just want to let everybody know, stay safe, stay masked up, and make sure you tell somebody that you love them. We'll see everybody this Sunday, October 18th, for the Western Wayne County Virtual Freedom Fundraiser, October the 18th, from 4:30 to 6:30. Again, peace. Have a blessed day.